Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic, the resurrection formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Do your children love learning? At the Institute for Self-Mastery, we've been homeschooling for 10 years. We didn't just hop on this because of what's going on now. Check us out, the Institute for Self-Mastery, ismhomeschool.org. Peace.
Greetings. How's everyone doing? Of course, y'all already know this is Professor Griff, and this is Sirius Mindz RnTv. All right. Okay. Tonight, this afternoon, I'd like to talk about the Police Bill of Rights. So I'm going to give a few announcements, but while I'm giving the announcements, what I need you guys to do right now is to go look up the Police Bill of Rights. All right, the Police Bill of Rights. Can we do that? All right. While y'all are doing that, I already have it up in front of me, so I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to do that. In the meantime, between time, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Really appreciate that. And as y'all know, there's a lot of things going on, but at the same time, while we're paying attention to what's going on, I would like for everyone to start preparing themselves. The question I want to ask before we dive into the Police Bill of Rights and we get an update on what's going on with the Derek Chauvin trial, not the George Floyd trial, the Derek Chauvin trial, along with Kim Potter, who believe today was charged with, going to be charged with second-degree manslaughter. All right. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay, I just had to agree to a few things. I'm done on that. Hold on. Got you. All right, did we look it up? Come on, fam. Shout out to Alex Little. John Trey, what's good with you? Shout out to everybody from the Sirius Mindz family. Do me a favor, everyone. Can you please let everyone know that we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, on 3 pages, we're on Periscope, we're on IG. So let everyone know that if they do want to check out the show live, they can check it out in those 5 places. All right. They don't want to see the show live. They'd rather wait, catch it later because they don't want to be on live because maybe they're at work or maybe they're doing something different. They can just kind of take their time and watch it a little bit later on. All right. But let's make sure that we at least do our part in letting people know that we're on every day at 3 o'clock. The Alternative Black Studies course, we're on every other week at 7 o'clock, along with the Sirius Cipher. If you haven't joined, make sure you join. All right, to shout out to everyone that's coming on IG. I'm going to wave back to y'all because I can't mention everyone's name. That's just a lot to do. I'm just going to wave back at the people that's coming on. Really appreciate y'all. Everyone that comes on IG. A lot of times we got to meet people where they are. If they can only get on IG, then cool. If they can get on Facebook or YouTube, I don't even know who's on Periscope. All right. I don't even know if people use Periscope anymore. I can't do TikTok. I'm not a TikTok dude. I'm not, yeah. I could do maybe the 3 main. I could probably do, I don't even do Twitter. I send messages out on Twitter, retweet some stuff, but other than that, I just can't keep up with it, fam. Somebody have sent me DMs and all these platforms, and I do not check any DM. Now, if you send me a text message on my phone, then cool, but a DM, I'm just not doing. All right? So when we're talking about the Police Bill of Rights, all right, it says Maryland becomes the first state to repeal its Police Bill of Rights. So not, I don't want people to start thinking I'm talking down. When you come on Serious Minds, we have a tendency of looking up words so we'll know what we're talking about. So what I need everyone to do right now is, everyone, please, let's look up the word repeal, R-E-P-E-A-L. What is it to repeal? All right, a bill. In this case, Maryland becomes the first state to repeal its Police Bill of Rights. While you guys are doing that, let's look up Kim Porter and what she's been charged with. All right. Kim Potter's charge. Here we go. Former police officer Kim Potter arrested on manslaughter charge in the fatal shooting of Deontay Wright. Okay. Here we go. Kim Porter, the Minnesota police officer who fatally shot Deontay Wright, was arrested on charges of second-degree manslaughter. Potter's arrest came a day after she resigned from the Brooklyn Center. She thought that she was going to just shoot and murder somebody and then just resign and go live in Butt Scratch, Iowa somewhere, and everything was going to be fine. Wow. And the day of you shooting and murdering a black man or a black woman, and all you do is get fired from your job, them days are over. None. It says Potter's arrest came a day after she resigned from the Brooklyn Center Police Department and 3 days after her shooting of the 20-year-old black man. It says Wright's death, Deontay Wright, the gentleman that was shot and murdered by Kim Porter, a white police officer. All right. Wright's death, which occurred as he fled a police traffic stop, heightened high tensions in and around Minneapolis, where former police officer Derek Chauvin is on trial on murder charges for the killing of George Floyd. All right. Okay. All right. And I think it would be only proper that when we're giving a greeting, everyone, since this is Ramadan, we can say Ramadan Mubarak, and the response would be Ramadan Kareem. All right. We'll talk about a little bit more about Ramadan some other time. All right. Okay. Kim Potter, the Minnesota police officer who fatally shot Deontay Wright, was arrested Wednesday morning on a charge of second-degree manslaughter, authorities said. Potter's arrest came, yada, yada, yada. Just read that. Wright's death, which occurred, I just read that. Derek Chauvin, blah, 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 blah. And when I've watched the body language and the tone of sloppy Joe Biden, I was like, wow, this guy is more interested in looting, and he don't even know who's doing the looting. He's more interested in property and building. He's more interested in garbage and broken windows as he is a black man's life. When you do not have any redress when it comes to your grievances are concerned, when you have no way to talk to people, when you have no inlet or outlet to communicate with someone. Dr. Martin Luther King says riot is the language of the unheard. I'm going to say that again. Dr. Martin Luther King said what? Let's look up the Dr. Martin Luther King quote. We're going to get back to repeal. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Dr. King, quote, Dr. King. I can, if you're over here on YouTube, which you should be, come on over. All right. Shout out to everyone that showed up on YouTube. I sent the link out to everyone. Y'all should be on it. Y'all should have sent that link out to 3 other people. All right. Share the screen. Come on over here to YouTube, family. I sent the link out. I said, Dr. Martin Luther King. A riot is the language of the unheard. Our nation's summers of riots are caused by our nation's winters of delay. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. All right. Hold on. Dr. Martin Luther King says a riot, all right, is the language of the unheard. And what it is that America has failed to hear. And it has failed to hear that large segments of white society are more concerned about tranquility and the status quo than the status quo than about justice, equality, and humanity. We're asking a people, all right, that claim to be the leaders of a free society to act human. I think right now, and we cannot be afraid to say this and stand on this, that white people need to begin to reimagine what it is to be human. If that's too much and way above your pay grade, then go study. I'm not being insulting. White people have to reimagine what it is to be human. With that said, those black people that believe in and support, did you hear the Negroes that was supporting Kim Potter's shooting and murdering of Deontay Wright? Negroes. Did you hear the chorus of people that was talking about, well, if he didn't try to escape, he wouldn't have got shot? Wow. Wow. Yeah. So Dr. Martin Luther King was saying something then that we have to take heed to today. Am I right or wrong? If Dr. Martin Luther King said a riot is the language of the unheard, who was the one speaking, and then who was the one that's supposed to be listening? If they would only hear you, then I think we had a way to communicate with one another. Yeah, I just think realistically that we could avoid a lot of these things from happening. And I'm going to stand on what I said yesterday after we look up this word repeal. Hold on. I didn't forget. Hold on. So give me your, what did you say, family? The word repeal meant? Because Maryland becomes the first state to repeal its police bill of rights. What did you say repeal meant? Give it to me one more time, family. Repeal. R-E-P-E-A-L. To revoke or annul a law or congressional act. to revoke or annul a law or congressional act. T.S. Bay said, we want human rights, not civil rights. Well, can I correct you, Mr. T.S. Bay? Not that you need correcting, because I know you're a well-knowledgeable brother. We need civil and human rights. But we want human rights first. Okay. So if it's to revoke or annul a law or congressional act, what are we talking about here when it talks about Maryland becomes the first state to repeal its police bill of rights? In 1974, Maryland became the first of around 20 states to establish a police bill of rights, laws that help shield officers from accountability and blocking civilian inquiries into misconduct on the force and erasing records of complaints filed against police officers after a period of time. Wow. Wow. Hold on. Let's go deeper. Obama. Obama signs blue alert law to protect police officers. Okay. Obama signs blue alert. What is blue alert, fam? Can we look that up real quick so that we're all on the same page? Blue alert. What is the blue alert? Obama signs blue alert law to protect police officers. What is he signing this for? It says President Obama signs the Rafael Ramos and Wen Jian Liu National Blue Alert Act of 2015 in the Oval Office of the White House Tuesday. The act, named after two police officers who were killed in New York City, will assist the National Blue Alert System to apprehend violent criminals who have injured or killed police officers who have made an imminent or credible threat to cause serious injury or death of a law enforcement officer. All right, blue alert. All right. That's blue alert signed into law by Barack Obama. So it says here, in 1974, Maryland became the first of 20 states to establish a police bill of rights laws that help shield officers from accountability. Why would you want to shield officers from accountability? By blocking civilian inquiries into misconduct of the force and erasing records of complaints filed against police officers after a period of time. Why would you want to do that? The records of police misconduct should be made available to the public. I mean, can we agree on that? I mean, Ernest Grant, peace, what's good with you? Miss Simpson, what's good? No, I guess you're right, man. I guess the new way to preserve, the way to serve and protect is to put a knee on the neck. Yomiko Marshall says this whole idea of repeal is to revoke or withdraw formally or officially. So officially, Maryland is taking this particular steps in hopes that other states would follow. The new laws, which came amid a nationwide push toward law enforcement reform in the wake of police killing of George Floyd, are among some of the most significant criminal justice charges in the United States to date. Measures in the bill include a mandatory use of body cameras. What is wrong with that? We're just asking a basic question now. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with you? But each state, I have paid out all of this money that they got from the government, from taxes, that they made police officers and equipped the police officers with body cams. So it's no longer your story against mine. We got it on film. via your body camera. Then now police officers routinely now turn the body cams off. Why? Come on, fam, help me out. So if the borrower taking money from the taxpayers and then to purchase body cams, and then police officers routinely turn the body cams off, how does that work? And you're not penalized for that? You're not held accountable? We want an accurate account of the incident. The gentleman in Ohio that the police shot down in his driveway, in his garage, the police officer turned the body cam off, shot the man, then turned the body cam back on. Frederick, give thanks. Thanks, really appreciate you. Come on, family. Let's. We're having a conversation. I'm facilitating a conversation. So why can't we say, like Robbie Blue said, the body cams should stay on, right? Their information should be public record, not erased over a certain period of time, Barack Obama. So when we heard cries of defund the police, what was wrong with that? Because if you signed into law, Barack Obama, this whole idea of this blue alert, what is wrong with Maryland repealing its Bill of Rights bill? And then if you're not going to defund the police and give that money and take that money and move it over to community policing, what is wrong with that? Over-policing, under-protecting. Over-policing, underserving your community. Over-policing, and not serving and protecting the people that you're supposed to serve and protect. But you over-police the Black community. Thank you, Maurice Holland. Maurice Holland said the cams should be remote directly to a monitor with no ability to turn them off. Once you turn them on, they're on. Ms. Marshall said to control the narrative, the narrative, I guess she meant to say that's the reason why police officers turn off the body cam. So in order to control the narrative, they basically turn the body cams off. All right, so I think we should make it a normal practice. When you get pulled over by the police, the first thing you should do is turn on your camera. Broadcast it somewhere to somebody. If you turn it off, like Ms. Simpson said, it defeats the purpose of turning on the body cam. All right, back to the article, fam. Hold on. Measures in the bill include the mandatory use of body cameras to establish the establishment of a civilian patrol in police discipline. Civilians need to monitor the police. We need to police the police. So until this behavior of killing Black people stops, because I believe it was the mayor, the governor, the senator. Hold on, family. Just give me a second. I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna try. The senator of Minnesota. Hold on. Talks about Deontay Wright's shooting.
Sunday shooting death of
Hold on. Can y'all come over to YouTube so y'all can see this? Unless y'all want to stay on IG just to hear it, we could do that too. Hold on, fam. All right, let me go here. Go here. I'm going to bring this down to me, and I'm going to let y'all hear this as I hear it, as we hear it. Share the screen. Let's go. Here. Share it. All right, let's listen.
Daunte Wright at the hands of police in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, has sparked an outpouring of anger across the country. This tragic killing unfolded only about 10 miles from the trial of Derek Chauvin, who is facing murder charges for the death of George Floyd.
So let's bring in the U.S. Senator from Minnesota, Tina Smith. Welcome, Senator Smith. We appreciate your time today. We heard from the city's police chief saying that this was an accidental discharge, that the officer in question meant to use her handgun, not a taser. A lot of people hear that. They saw the video and they're scratching their heads. How does that happen? And I'm curious, Senator, what you think the consequences should be.
Well, I think you're right. A lot of people are asking, how could that happen? The reality is that this was a fatal error, and the family and people who loved Daunte Wright don't have him anymore. The big picture here is that we have an epidemic of Black people dying at the hands of law enforcement in Minnesota and around the country, and we cannot stand for that. Everybody should be safe and feel safe and be safe in their homes and in their neighborhoods and in their communities, and that is not the case for too many Black people who see a traffic stop like what was faced by Daunte Wright ending up in the loss of life. It's completely unacceptable.
And Senator, you mentioned there a fatal error, and it was talked about as a fatal mistake. Is that what you see it as, and some kind of an outlier or a separate type of incident from many of the incidents we've seen of Black people dying at the hands of police over the past couple of years?
Well, specifically, we know that there have been other examples, other experiences of people losing their loved ones because an officer said that they thought that they were firing a taser when in fact they were firing a handgun. The systemic problem is, why is it that in Brooklyn Center, for example, a wonderful community, that since 2012, 6 people have been killed by police, 5 of them were men of color. Why is it that systemically in this country, interactions with law enforcement for Black people are more often a source of fear and even harm than they are protection? In this country, Black people tell us over and over again that they feel underprotected by law enforcement and over policed. And that's the systemic challenge that we have got to resolve in this country at the federal level. It's why I have pushed so hard for the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act and other pieces of legislation that I've offered that would help local communities like Brooklyn Center to move forward with real innovations in public safety that truly would keep everybody safe.
Senator, you just mentioned some of the laws, or certainly some of the changes you'd like to see at the federal level. I'm sure there are changes that need to happen at the local level, but what more can be done at this point to stop, as you put it, this epidemic of Black people dying at the hands of law enforcement?
Well, we have to understand that there is a systemic problem in policing that we need to resolve. And that's what the Justice and Policing Act, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, would do. It would ban some of the most dangerous and egregious excessive use of force that we see in law enforcement. And it would also provide much more accountability so that we can make it easier to hold law enforcement accountable when they use excessive force. There are also great examples at the local level of what communities are doing to change the way they think about policing, and so that it is less about violence and control and more about protection. And I'd like to be able to see those new models for policing get support and help, and that's what my bill would do. We cannot say in this moment, oh, there's nothing that we can do. This is just this is something we have to live with. This is a unique problem that we have in this country that we have got to see and address and resolve.
And man, we're talking here a lot about policing, but what can you do? Your state, in particular, the Minneapolis area, has been called in some circles one of the worst places in the country for Blacks when it comes to disparities of income, home ownership, poverty. And so this has been bubbling up for years and years and years. How do you address that? Not just with a bill on policing, which many people say that George Floyd Act doesn't have a chance in the Senate anyway. But what do you do to help your home state get past what is, like the NAACP president there called it, the Jim Crow of the North? What do you do about that?
Well, you are sadly correct that Minnesota has some of the worst disparities in home ownership, in wage gaps, in wealth gaps that we see any place in the country. The first thing that we have to all do is to see that in Minnesota. And of course, this is not just a Minnesota problem. This is something that happens everywhere in our country. We have to understand that there are systems, for example, in housing and home ownership, that hold people of color back and make it almost impossible for them to build the wealth and build the opportunity that white communities and white families have. We know what to do here. It's not as if we have no idea what to do. We just have to muster the will to make it happen in my home state of Minnesota and all over this country.
All right. Senator Smith, I know we're going to see you down the road, and we're going to be talking about these issues probably down the road because they're not going away anytime soon. So we thank you for your time, and really,
that was interesting. Hearing that from a sitting senator. All right. So what do you guys think? You're hearing this. She says underprotected, over policing. Pardon me. Underprotected and over policed. And Black people throughout this country. And as she said, they hear it over and over and over and over. The same themes every single time. Underprotected, over policed. All right. So I think tomorrow we need to look at this George Floyd Act. Maryland being the first state to repeal its Bill of Rights, Police Bill of Rights, which is critical and key. Then the whole idea of the George Floyd Act we need to look at. Then we need to look at why are they calling Minnesota in this particular area of the United States, and these laws and these laws and the way they go about things, the new Jim Crow. So what is Jim Crow, and then why is it the new Jim Crow? All right. Okay. All right. So family, please leave your comments. Please contact me and let me know what you would like to discuss on it. But please do me a favor. You have to let 3 other people know, fam, that we're on YouTube. I sent out 300, 400, 500 message. People received 500 people received the link for my YouTube channel. My Professor Griff YouTube channel. They still have me in Facebook prison. I don't know when I'm getting out. They revoked my parole. It was like, yo, I don't know. You're not rehabilitated. Shame on you, Professor Griff, for giving information and speaking truth to power. For that, we're going to punish you. Okay. So while I'm in prison, let me write letters from the Birmingham jail, or let me send messages out to the rest of the world. All right. Let people know that I'm on 3 o'clock every day right here, fam. So next time, tomorrow, when y'all come on, y'all should have told 3 other people already to meet us on here. All right. If you're on YouTube right now watching this, send the link out to 3 other people. All right. If you're on Facebook right now, let 3 other people know that we're going to be on tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We're going to be talking about the George Floyd Act. All right. And we're going to keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on with the Derek Chauvin trial. The defense now, there's 38 witnesses that the prosecuting team have already brought on. The defense now bringing on some people, and then what I'm hearing, I'm like, wow, these some demons and devils, man. Listen to these people's language. Oh, thank you very much, Indiana artists. And it did, but people have taken it lightly. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you. You're definitely on point for that. All right. So fam, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all already know my phone number, 678-557-2919. Y'all already know my email address, seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. If you need some firearms classes, let a brother know. We do no ammo, dry fire drills, all right, with cert or laser guns or just period. You need to know, learn technique. We do have merchandise. Go on Professor Griff .me for the merch. I got mags, AR-15 mags, 30-round mags. I got some hats. I got about half a dozen hats left, and a few other things. So just the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic and the Resurrection Formula, we are pouring this weekend, fam. So make sure you get yours. Now listen, they're going to run out. All right. There's only about 24 bottles of each. Get yours now. Resurrection Formula and the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. Go on my site, www.professorgriff.me. Order it today, right now. Go visit SeriousMindsInstitute.com. All right, you can order it from there also. Order it today, family. Trust me, when we pour this weekend and we go on live this weekend to let people know that we're pouring, of course it's going to sell out. Of course, y'all already know this Sunday at 7 o'clock. If you haven't got your tickets already, come on, fam. Sunday, April 18th at 7 o'clock. Myself, Professor Griff, Soleil, Black Dot, and Red Pill will be talking about the weaponization of black music. The weaponization of black music, family. All right. Y'all, come on, y'all there. I know y'all already know. We're just probably talking about some things that you just probably, want to kind of fill in the blanks for y'all. So let me open up this. Whoa, hold on, let me get back to that. Here it is. The weaponization of black music 4, hosted by yourself, your brother, Professor Griff, with special guest presenters. All right, this Sunday, April 18th at 7 p.m. All right, it's an online lecture and slide presentations. All right. All right. Third Eye King 380. What's good with you? All right. Maybe you can come on Friday with me, man. All right. You come calling all the way from Barbados. Got you, good bro. All right. Black Dot will be on. Soleil will be on. Red Pill. This Sunday at 7 o'clock. All right. So have dinner, relax, and then click on, see what we have to say. All right. Love y'all to life, fam. Make sure y'all send this out to 3 other people. And I will see y'all here, inshallah, tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Love y'all to life. This is Professor Griff. Got to go. Peace. I'm out of here.
Technology, cert, pistol training, and dry fire drills. Professor Griff, USCCA firearms instructor. Stealth, STELP. Safety, training, education, and legal protection. Cert, pistol training, and dry fire drills. For training classes, email us at SeriousMindsInfo@gmail.com. That's SIRIUSMINDZ info@gmail.com, or call 678-557-2919. Log on to www.professorgriff.me or www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Thank you very much.
The Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.